Greetings. We are on September 18, 2024. We are on Gpms.world, Uganda representative meetings. Yes, Wandera.
All right, thank you so much, Sister Beatrice, for this chance to be actually the first person to address. It is an honor, and I want to take this opportunity as well to welcome all of you, especially the Alliance, the United Charity Alliance members, to this meeting, Uganda GPMS meeting, that is held on 18th of September 2024. I'm very grateful, and it is an honor to see my fellow GPMS representative come online here to see that we share very beautiful ideas on how we can create a better world, better future for us for now and those that will come after. I'll take still this one as well to introduce myself to those that who may actually not know me. I'm Wandera Reagan, and the ambassador GPMSU. So we are still having more people that are coming in. I just received messages that others are having challenges with their internet connection. Very soon we shall have the number increase as they are continuously coming to join us. Yeah, but since the meeting has already started, I want to start with updating the entire community that is here today with in this meeting that we are holding 18th of September to update you on our tech, to update you on what we've already achieved, to update you on the number of people that are already consented for this new beautiful world. I'll not mention all the countries, but I'll mention a few countries, like 10, to update you to know how we have moved. And especially, I'll also address more on Uganda as a country, since this is Uganda GPMS meeting. According to our updates on the website, I took some time to get some information from the website. According to ranking, I've taken actually only 10 countries. And the country that is in the first position with 140, 145,116 members. That is Philippines in the first position with that number. We are having India in the second position. Hope those that were not able to have this information, please, you can also have the information and be updated. Our second country, according to ranking, is India, and is having 32,430 concerts. These are people that have already agreed to this new world, which is GPMS. And we're having the third country in the lineage, which is Thailand, with 7,941 concerts. All members that have already consented for GPMS. This goes to especially those that may not have this update. And we are having USA in the fifth position. USA in the fifth position, and it is having 3,699 concerts. We are having Pearl in the sixth position, and it is having 3,308 members that have already consented for this new beautiful world. We are having our country, our beautiful country, Uganda. We have 2,031 concerts. Followed by Nigeria in the eighth position. And Nigeria is having 1,389 concerts. And in the ninth position is Canada, where our beautiful sister Beatrice, I think, is coming from. And is having 1,064 concerts. And then lastly, which is 10, which is in the 10th position, which is United Kingdom, where Brother Donovan Drummond and the rest other GPMS souls that are coming from, is having 1,003 concerts. So that is the update. I've already obtained 10 countries, but as you know, GPMS is global and every country is already concerting. But I've tried to at least pick the 10 that are in the 10th position in ranking to the concerts. So that is the update that we are currently having on the website and the progress to those that may not be having the information in regarding to our progress. It is a good progress. However, it is not as we expect as fast as it should be. However, this update and this progress gives us the momentum, gives us the energy to push further and know that not only it's happening in Uganda, but it is happening all over the country. And there are more other countries, there are more other members that are doing whatever we are doing. So I think my updating you with this information, it is for you to understand the energy, to know that it is not only happening in the same thing as we are doing. So hope this will update you and it will give you more energy and call upon more souls to join us and see that we have GPMS implemented as soon as possible. I'll comment more on Uganda as a country, taking the 7th position in the ranking and having 2,031 consents. And I checked the website, and the last consents were from Uganda. About 15 consents were from Uganda, which is something very impressive, something that shows the togetherness, something that shows how the alliance is trying to come in and have all members in Uganda consent for this Gpms.world. And I want to take this opportunity as well to thank the alliance, especially the committee in the alliance that is doing all this awesome work to, one, join all United Charity Alliance members together. You are doing a recommendable job, and I want to appreciate you in a special way for the work that you're doing. It is a good work that you're doing, and I want to still appreciate everyone who is putting effort into this, who is putting more energy to see that we can have to create this GPMS world, which is a beneficial for all. I want to let you know that what we are doing is divine. That should be the first thing that should be in your head. No one should twist your mindset. You should all understand what we are doing is divine, is God guided, and everything will happen our way. We just have to start to understand that we have the power that is standing behind us, the power that is standing along us, the power that is in between us for us to deliver this new world, which is GPMS. And I want you to know that this is very special because it has never happened. I want you to know that this is divine because it has never happened. We've never had such a beautiful togetherness that is across the whole world coming together. This has been the first divine plan, the first divine goal that is uniting all people in the entire world. So this should stand as a powerful statement to make you feel strong and understand that this is divine and this is God guided, because it has never happened before. And therefore, you should always keep positive. This is a message to members that you should always keep positive. You should not always be people that are surrounding you with negative energy. Always keep positive. Move with all those that are spreading positive energy, because this is divine that we are pushing. You are the fighters. You are the freedom fighters. You are the souls that are standing for the entire population in the whole world. Therefore, there are many people out there that are seeing us as their own hope. Even others, even when others can know that will come later. But what we have to understand that there are more people out there that are looking at us as their own hope. If we put that in the head, us being the representatives in different countries, us us being the representatives in different states, in different districts, there is that energy you should be possessing. You should be one exemplary. You should be one lead by example by showing people the way. Always be good to people. It is a message that I need to pass and understand that you are standing for many people that are out there, those that are not able to expose that we need in this world because of certain conditions that I may not be able to expose. But always look at yourself as a person who is standing for the many people out there. So you should always keep positive. This progress is good, but however, we need to have this as faster as possible. Why? Because of the situation that we are all in. I understand we are all living in different different miserable conditions that need immediate attention. But as we don't give focus to this GPMS to come in so fast, it is the more that we shall continue suffering. So it is as well in the same way that I want to call you as well GPMS members to come in more, and so that we can have GPMS as faster as possible. The more we bring this GPMS into implementation, the closer that we shall have that this is the only solution for everything. Even when we may have these solutions to these emergencies, but they cannot be a solution for everyone in the world. Therefore, we are pushing a global solution that is going to solve all challenges, all problems that we are all having in our different states and different countries. Therefore, I want you all our dear members and sisters to honestly be very strong. That is the first thing. Always know that what we are doing is divine. No one should discourage. It's not attached to any religion or anything concerning that. This is a divine plan that is focused at creating a world which is a beneficiary for everyone. Not a country that we are in, not a world that we are in, which is a beneficiary for the few. I have a lot to address, but I just my intention was to let you feel the energy that we are all feeling, to update you on the progress that we are all having, and understand that very many people out there in different countries, in different states, are doing the same thing we are doing. Just to give you that energy, to give you that strength, and understand that we are pushing something which is divine, something that we understand it is going to happen. Because 100% it is going to happen, just it is a matter of time. It is a matter of when. But what I understand, what you have to keep positive, what you have to keep your trust in, is that it has to happen no matter what. I have a lot to say, but I will, this has been just an introduction. However, I went ahead to bring in more information that I need you to know and understand the strength of what we are doing, the power of what we are doing, and how you can wear what we are doing to the global world, to the global view of everyone to understand what we are handling. I will take back the mic to Sister Beatrice or brother Rick or brother I'm seeing another brother on to continue and give us what we may have next.
Yes, so Rick, if you would like to speak, please.
Thank you so much, Beatrice, with us, and Brother Wanderer for all of your divine words. What I wish to say, first off, I had called this meeting for a presentation of a gift. However, this is fine how it's going. And what I suggest, perhaps towards the end, Beatrice, we will do the presentation of the gift. And what we will do, you can edit it, and then we can have that as a separate video later. So that would be, I believe, the best way to do this. And because also this is important while we have all gathered to also have part of the meeting. What I wish to say, what Brother Wanderer said, about freedom fighters. What I wish to say, we are not freedom fighters in the sense of being violent or causing any disturbances. What we are doing with GPMS, we are peacefully uniting and gathering all around the world that are ready for the new world. And once we gather the majority voice, there is no fight at all. It is only the unity. And we already know worldwide that we have the majority vote to ratify the GPMS world into existence. And the reason why we already know this is because anyone can go online, do some research with your statistics, and what you will find is that about 90% of the world is in lack. So, right there, you have your 90% majority. So, with GPMS, it is inevitable, what I wish to say. Now, also, having said this, as we go forward, it is indeed very important and realistically, all of Africa, if you will, has been to some degree given a bad name by the rest of the world. But what I will say, it's the ones with nefarious ill intent that have did this as part of the separation of all races and people worldwide. So, having said this, it does make it difficult to instill, to begin to instill that trust worldwide. However, it is not impossible. It is very possible. And we are doing it by uniting together and with the grace of God, which is so important as well. So, with this all together, we do get it achieved. And, uh, and and quite possibly very very soon, if any of you are theologists or look also at many of the ancient biblical scripture prophecy, and perhaps in your own legends and prophecies what you have in Africa, you will see that there is the common denominator that spoke about this very time when at least all of Creator's children would be delivered to a world of non suffering. And this is truly what is occurring without going into detail with it. So it is very real, it is here now, and it is happening. And every day, as Brother Wanderer said, we grow and we grow. Right at this time, I believe in 155 or 160 countries worldwide, we have at least one so far that has consented with GPMS. And GPMS, again, is the universal worldwide referendum, if you will. And with the law of GPMS, it is the supreme law based on the intrinsic rights of the individual, which includes the right of self determination, which means you get to choose how your world will be, importantly, who will govern you. The old ones that are governing now with their monetary policy, or all of you, all of us together, all of the people governing their self with the unlimited money. So your right of self determination has already been implemented, already on the earth as being most of the world um, acknowledging what it is. So it's with this, it's already partially written in law. So what we are doing is accessing that to its fullest extent to ratify Gpms.world worldwide. So that, and what this also means, it cannot be contested, it cannot be opposed, it cannot be stopped with what GPMS is. And I remind all, once again, to remain peaceful and what you're doing, and focus on gathering all of the children and all of the adults in Uganda. And also, if you have connections in other countries, especially in Africa, please reach out to them and let them know what this actually is. So I'll stop there. Is there any questions or anyone else wish to say anything?
Greetings to everyone. I am Beatrice. I am living in Canada. I am born in Romania, and I participate how much I can for this new world that is coming. Thank you so much if somebody contacting me from Uganda, and then it is very important also to register all the children. This is very important. And just for everybody to know, is just to use the same email, and please share the email when you register the children. So I send also this evidence to Wandera, just a little bit to help him. And what it is also important for this meeting, because I can see in Uganda there is still a problem with the internet. Please just mute, do not create echo. And you open the microphone when you want to speak. Gpms.world, it's a beautiful word how this planet never had before. So it's just to gather free consent. Then we pass in a worldwide agreement of do no harm. And exactly as Rick said, it is about the self-governance. No political parties, no president, no queen, no king. Nobody can be above the people. Then we will start to decide for ourselves. But for sure, there are already some directive, and there is also the divine law, universal natural law, do no harm, that is showing us the direction. So it is about peace, the peace in the world. The peace in the world was never created. In reality, the peace in the world cannot come from the politician, that they run countries. In reality, we do not have borders. The real peace in the world, from where everything starts, is coming from the heart of the people. And it's coming when the people agree each other, do no harm. So the agreement inside of the Gpms.org, it is an agreement among the people. Gpms.org is not an entity, it's not an institution, it's not an organization. It's the way where we gather and then we consent to each other with do no harm. This is the agreement. And this is agreement among the 99% of the people, not the 1% that they are very rich and practically they kill the human race for years. So if somebody has a question or somebody wants to continue, please just let us know. Probably nobody knows how to use the hand up in a meeting, just to know if somebody wants to say something or to ask something. Sorry? Yes, but I saw on the chat also right now, I am Yavala Lukman, and I am very happy to be part of Gpms.org. Please, can you come forward in voice and speak a little bit?
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hi.
Hi, brother.
Hope you're all doing well. I don't have a question to ask, but I'm very happy to be part of Gpms.world. And I appreciate all the wonderful work you are doing, Brother Ricky, Sister Beatrice, and other members. Thank you so much. We are very grateful. I, as a person, am very grateful.
You're so welcome, brother. And thank you all for joining.
So if somebody has a question, it is the time right now to speak about.
As well, there are some that may not be able to come and speak. Oh, brother, I think brother has something to say.
Yes, it's Sarhi, yes.
Hi everyone. Do you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, nice to be here in a
Yes,
meeting
we do.
with
We can hear you.
all brothers from Uganda, Enrique and Beatrice. Nice to see everyone here. My name is Serhi. I'm just driving right now in the US. I live in Canada, so it's good to be on this meeting. And I have a couple of words to you guys. It's like already, if you are here, already know what is GPMS about. We're just collecting the voice of the all people around to make everyone life is like a paradise and everyone is going to be free, happy, with abundance and joy. And I want to tell you one story. It's like this story just, I saw it a couple of days ago on the internet. It's like one time it was a good farmer and he was like producing the corn and his quality of corn was like the best in the area. And he always winning some prizes like for his perfect corn. And once journalists come over to him and ask him, how do you make your corn? It's so good, so like a good quality. How do you make it? And he said, you know what? I just give my seeds to my neighbors. So that's why I have the best corn around. And he asked, why you do it? You just don't want to like we have one of the best in the area. You want your neighbors also have the good corn. He said, you know, it's like when the wind pull the pollution from the corn and cross seeds the other fields around. So if my corn, if my neighbor's gonna have like a bad seeds, they're gonna cross pollution my corn. So my corn is gonna be not very good quality. So that's why I'm giving the best seeds to my neighbors. So they also have a good corn. And it's inspiring me to tell you, it's like GPMS doing the same. GPMS just doing like a good example to everyone to unite and do like a good farmers around, good job for freedom, abundance, joy, and all the good stuff, happiness to the whole people. And we can do it only when we unite. We're gonna be stand like a separate and selfish and just worry about only our seats. Nothing gonna happen. Together create the world what we like it, not we will have it right now. So just want to tell you the guys this story and just want to tell you to go around and just tell your friends, neighbors, families to unite. It's the fastest way we can do anything. Thank you.
Yes, Biwanga, John Mark, please unmute you.
Thank you so much.
Biwanga, John Mark, please just unmute you because we cannot hear you.
Right.
Maybe you can try to just unmute him.
I believe that right now he's unmuted. Yes. It is the internet.
Funny.
When they go to speak, just tell them to turn their camera off, please. Then it gives you more bandwidth, and at least we can hear you then. So put your camera off anytime that one of you in Africa needs to speak, because it'll give you more power. Then we can hear your voice. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
To me, I'm very happy to hear from you, brother Ricky, Madam Beatrice, and even that friend of ours from US. Yeah, with GPMS, we are very happy to be in GPMS, but we still have a lot to do. We still have a long journey because people are asking a lot of questions. Others, we are facing difficulty in answering, and I know that God will help us. What I emphasize, that let us just continue with this divine plan. Yeah, God will soften our work, and people will understand what GPMS is. Thank you.
So yes, if somebody from the 3-1 that they have the hand up, Hannington, Borney, Nakato, Chisi, or Bioanga, John Mark, if somebody of you wants to speak.
I may also have a request that for those who may not be able to speak, you can as well type your questions and your comments in the comment section. I can be able to read them, put them down, then I'll read them loudly to everyone for you to have your answers. Not all may be strong enough to come and speak. Those who may not be able, please, you can put down your questions here, and then I can be able to write them down and I can read them loudly so that we can have answers. And then to the previous speaker, you just mentioned and said you have a lot of questions that you failed to answer. It would be good if you can disclose all those questions that you feel were a bit hard for you to give relative answers. You can as well ask those questions so that we can assist you have the answers. You may go and give the answers to the respective people that asked you. So let us not leave other questions untouched. Please put all your difficulties here so that we can handle all the difficulties together and have clear answers to all the questions. So let's those that are not able to ask, put your questions in the comment section. I'll read them loudly. Thank you. We can have another person.
Yeah, so we have the Hannington that already it's on mute. Yes, Hannington.
Thank you for this opportunity granted to me. And thank you for all people who have attended this meeting. My name is Hannington Babonwea from Uganda, Ginger. I'm glad that I'm here with you guys. And I thank the GPMs. So I have one question, that how can I register my kids? Because I haven't yet registered. Yeah, that's my question. May God bless you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I think someone who is having the sound in the background, please mute yourself. Then shortly to give the answer to the person who was just asked shortly, you're asking how can you register your children? I'm very sorry that that is the question that we anyway just direct. Let me address that, please. I'll direct you in the alliance, which is so beautiful. We've always been giving guidelines on how to vote for the children, which ideally many of you have been doing. But I'll assist you. I'll give you that assistance, and as well we have the committee, which you know as well. You can also reach out to them and have that assistance. And to all those that are having challenges, we've always been addressing this here and there. So it is a question that we would expect least. But anyway, I would request you approach the committee, which is in the alliance, and I personally, when time allows me, I will assist you. But please reach out to the community for assistance. Reach out to me personally, and those that may have that same question, because we've always been giving answers to that and giving guidance to everyone on how to register. So we would not expect such, but thank you for that highlight. And I request you to approach relevant people to assist you, even me personally, and the committee that we are having in the alliance for assistance. But thank you.
Yeah, so basically every child, for every child, we can use the same email that we use for ourselves. Then from there, just to put their name and their age and practically the date of the birth and everything. And just use the same email, nothing more than that. It's not different from register yourself. It's absolutely not different at all. We have also a question from already on the chat. It's somebody is asking us. Yes.
Excuse me, Beatrice. May I request again for all to mute your microphones? The only microphone that should be open should be the speaker at any time. So please respect this so that there is not any feedback noise. So that I repeat again, the only microphone that should be open on this meeting is the speaker at any given time. Thank you, and forgive me, Beatrice, for interrupting, but we had to get this noise off of here so I could hear. Thank you.
So the message on written already, it is I am Isiko Stevan, compliance officer of Showers of Hope Children Ministry. How can two of my disabled children who I did not register in GPMS gain from the program? So all of us, we are gaining from Gpms.org when Gpms.org starts. And Gpms.org starts when the people gather and give their consent. Until at that time, if it is a possibility for the rich people or somebody that wants to come and to give a small donation, this may happen. But Gpms.org unfortunately cannot support any constantly any child or disabled child on this way. Rick, if you would like to add a little bit more on this situation.
Yes, thank you so much, Beatrice. It is to be understood, and it is imperative that we get the voice collected. And with GPMS, as we collect the majority voice, there is no direct funding. However, what it does when the children are registered, the quicker we get the majority voice. Then, once we have the majority voice, all children, all adults are fully funded and also provided with all of the resources that they require to be in comfort. But having said this, in between times, GPMS does not directly fund to assist. Now, GPMS members can fund and assist, and this is what I have done and a few others, which we will get into in this meeting a little bit further on. But as Beatrice said, we are beginning. We need to come together to unite. So every child that is registered now may not see any benefits until we get the majority voice collected. But what is important is that when the children are registered now early for it, they help create the voice, because every child's vote counts the same as an adult, because the children are also voting for their own future of full abundance and freedom. So it's very important to understand this, that GPMS is something not to give you direct money now. That's not what it's about. GPMS is to get the majority voice, so then we deliver the unlimited money and resources to everyone. So without having the voice, none of you or none of your children have the full comfort. You will stay in the same old thing. That's why it's important we all come together and get this majority voice done worldwide as soon as possible. And by getting the majority voice, we save all children. But by not getting it and procrastinating, then many children dies before we get it. So it's very important to understand this. Thank you so much, and I do wish later on to hear more from Brother Hannington as well. And I know there's other questions here. So thank you, Beatrice. I hand it back over to you or Brother Regan or whoever wishes to take this forward.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we have another question. It is about Nakato Chisi that tried to speak but was not possible. I am texting for simple help about the committee to register others and children. So if you have up to 30 child or something like, you should enter them quickly on the system by yourself, because it takes more time, for example, for somebody to take the list from you, and the list needs to match with the software that we have. Only when it is about of hundreds or thousands of people, then we add them from with the software of that we have for the website. So when it is only about 10, 20, 30 people or 40, this should be not taking too much time. And yes, if Hannington wants to speak anytime, because I can see the people have problem with the internet here. They leave and just come back after, and after that the microphone is again open. Yes, Vivian Nash, yes.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Mine goes direct to Mr. Wandera, Ambassador. I just wanted to find out from him how far with the issue. He said earlier on, like when we first started the meeting about the GPMS, he had talked of dividing people into numbers so as we move into the villages to register the kids. I don't know how far he has gone with that issue. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so very much. That was I previously said that when we started this alliance, and it was the major reason for having the committee for the entire alliance, so that at least we can have the committee lead each group. However, we are deciding on having a meeting with a committee, a physical meeting, and then we can be able to divide ourselves and have different groups that will be moving to different places. So we are planning actually to have a meeting, a physical meeting with my committee members on this coming Sunday, so that we can have groups of people in the alliance, and we have directives of places where each group will be able to visit and have community members being registered. So we are still in plan, but we want to implement this after the physical meeting that we are soon to have, which is probably on this Sunday with the committee, and each committee will be having at least another group. We shall, because we are about now 70 and something, so we shall have group A, B, and C. The reason is not dividing because we don't want to be divided, but is we want to have at least a group being led by a certain individuals, and we have places where those that may be able to go and visit for reasons of visiting communities and registering those that are not able to do that by themselves. So we are still in plan, and we are actually to decide upon that completely after the physical meeting, which we may have with the committee in the alliance. So thank you for that question. I just want to let you know that we are still having it in plan to have that worked upon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wanderer. May I add, so to keep this simple, Wanderer is a GPMS ambassador. Wanderer's GPMS part of his job is to make the rest of you also ambassadors, the same as Wanderer. So Wanderer is teaching you everything you need to know about GPMS so you also can go out to different areas in Uganda, reach different people. So the more of us that are taught as ambassadors and representatives, then we can reach more people much more quickly so that we can get this consent. So this is one of the important reasons why Wanderer has been chosen long ago in Africa to teach and get other representatives there to do the same work. And what is occurring mostly with Brother Wanderer, as new information comes in with GPMS and what we're doing, we give it to Brother Wanderer to distribute to all of you as well. So we keep all informed with this to the best of our ability. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a hand up.
Thank you.
In Phoenix Hot 10T. Please unmute you. I asked you to unmute, just to click yes.
One that is raising up the hand using Infinix Hot 10, please unmute yourself and then you can be able to speak. You may be speaking when you don't know that you're muted. Unmute yourself. Check where that red button is. Tap into that red button, unmute yourself, and then you can speak, please.
Am I clear there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Good
you're
evening, members. This is Isiko Stephen from Showers of
Good
Hope
evening.
Children Ministry. I want to appreciate your opportunity that you've created to us, more so the small and the upcoming different projects that we're having, the ones which were lacking or which didn't have an audience of talk. I want to appreciate Wandera as an ambassador for connecting us and creating a room for us to speak and to coordinate with a number of people. I want to appreciate those behind it because you're really advocating for all the children who are speechless. The forum is going to be so good because it's going to enable us enrich a number of children, a number of people. And I believe with time, Wandera, we need to meet physically and we talk deeply because there are very, very many challenges that people are undergoing on the ground that our ambassador, you need to know it and maybe to raise up in one way or the other. However, I want to appreciate you for the platform. And Ricky, thank you for the initiative. May God bless you.
May I, so Brother Infinix,
Thank you so
again,
much, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Brother Wanderer. Also, if you can hear me when someone else is speaking, can you also put off your mic? Because for whatever one reason here, I get feedback as well. So if everyone puts them off as we do, Infinix again with this. Thank you, brother. I love your smile, Wanderer. So with this, what we are doing is that we're accrediting all of the orphanages, the genuine ones. So by doing this, we are what Brother Wanderer is doing is bringing all of you together as equal representatives of GPMS and members. So we fan this out. So having said this, one of the reasons for this, Brother Wanderer and I had a discussion, a year or more ago, for Wanderer to begin to do this, to unite all of the orphanages, to accreditate the orphanages, to vet them, because worldwide there was a lot of bad press with Uganda and false orphanages, child abuse, and trafficking. So there was a bad picture painted worldwide about what Uganda was like. So what we needed to do, because we know there are children of God in Uganda and worldwide, so to accreditate this, Brother Wanderer and I discussed creating a alliance, a unity of all of you genuine orphanages together. And by doing this, what it does for the world, it shows that you're all accredited, that you all are in alignment with GPMS, the divine plan to do what is right for humanity. So just by being a member of GPMS, you are a member of everything that it stands for. And you have also written the decree, you have consented to the decree to be the part of this new world and to be the example to assist us in getting there. Now, by doing this, getting back why it's so important what Brother Wanderer has done to bring all of you brothers and sisters together as one alliance, what this is doing is also it's making you bigger so that the world can see you also more. And also, if they need to hear your stories of what it's really like in Uganda, you can do that in your own way. But what it does, it also makes you more attractive for any philanthropist, wealthy philanthropist worldwide that does have money and that does want to assist. By you all being accredited, and the bigger you get, it begins to attract support through money for you in whatever ways that it may be. But again, what I mentioned in our last meeting, do not try to exploit GPMS nor take advantage of it for trying to fundraise for yourself, because that is not right to do. It is selfish. So anyone that attempts to do that, because GPMS is a God instrument, it sets off for them bad karma, bad things, bad negative things. So, I need to say this as well. So when all of you come into contact with other brothers and sisters, to let them know that this is a divine vehicle, GPMS. Don't waste your time at trying to exploit it or take advantage of it, because it will not work. GPMS also would not be possible if not backed fully by Prime Creator God. This is the new world that many of you, or perhaps all of you, have read about in your Bibles, in your ministry, in your theological studies. This time is upon us. Recognize GPMS for what it is. It is your deliverance. It is your rapture. It is the new covenant. It is the kingdom of God being established on earth. And no one wants to go against God. So don't waste the time. Do not be tempted by the evil with any money from their system to lead you away from GPMS. You need to keep your divine nobility, your divine integrity, your divine dignity intact, and do not be tempted nor swayed away from GPMS by money from evil or darkness. They were the masters of trickery. So be wise with this. So thank you so much for allowing me to share that. And I'll step back right now if there's any more questions. And when we have that done, we have the presentation of the gift that we will wish to do. Thank you.
Yes, we have some comments. For example, Dinawi Robert, he wants to help the people with the registration Gpms.world in Western Uganda. Also, Mahad, he's asking for a physical meeting. What you can say, Wandara? Can be also possible a meeting, a physical meeting in your area. Wandara, you are mute. We cannot hear you. No, we cannot hear you. It is the internet. We cannot hear Wandara.
Okay, I'm actually saying that having a physical meeting, it is very possible. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Hello,
Brother
Sister Beatrice, can
Wanderer.
you hear me and the rest?
Yes.
Yes, brother, we can hear you properly.
Hello.
Yes.
You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think there is a big challenge with I think there is a very big challenge with my internet connection. Okay, fine. Connection, but I'll try as much as I can to speak loudly so that they can, you can all be able to hear me. But what I was addressing is that having a meeting is absolutely very fine, and it is absolutely very, very possible, and we are working on it. We actually wanted to have this physical meeting the previous week, but we couldn't have it for some reasons. But I want to assure the dear member that has just asked that it is very possible, and we are working on the same issue as the Vivian side, and we are planning to have a very physical meeting, and we shall have the venue being addressed to the alliance for all of you to come, and we can be able to share and have all more challenging questions being answered. So this weekend, I'm trying as much as I can to see if it is possible, so that this weekend we can have the physical meeting, which ideally will be able to give a very beautiful picture that we are taking this more way forward. So it is possible we we are working on it, and we are going to have the physical meeting very soon.
Okay, thank you so much. We have another 3 people. One is sharing all the time message, but can speak also. It is about Yokana Kioncholi.
Hope I've been able to address the concern.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, sister. Can you hear me and the rest?
Yes. Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Yes, so Wandara internet is not really working. So Yokana Kioncholi, if you want to speak. I saw also a hand up on Andrew. And Andrew and Huntington. Yes, Huntington, if you want to speak.
Hello, thank you for this opportunity once again. I do thank the Gpms.world. I tell all people in this group that in unit we can. If we unite together, we will be able. Let's believe in ourselves that we can make it. Everything can be possible in God's name. Because if you look in Luke chapter 1, verse 37, it's there, it's possible. With everything, it's possible. For me, I just want to thank you, madam, and Mr. King. Thank you for this opportunity. I don't have much question to ask, but I end up saying, may God bless you, may God reward you, be here with you guys. Have a blessed day.
Beatrice, if I may I speak for a moment, please?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, Beatrice. I see in the comments one mentioning about the rich, if you will. What I need to say about this, what God is doing is actually making everyone rich, if you will. This is the GPMS plan. It makes all equally rich in abundance. Then what occurs shortly afterwards is that Earth's civilization is all in community working together, and they find out they don't need money at all. So, what God has done, God has flipped the tables on the old money controllers and exchangers. The old money controllers and exchangers were only a few that had all of the money, while the majority had nothing. So, what God has done is flip the tables at making the minorities money that was based on extrinsic value, like precious metals, no longer has value because it cannot compete with the intrinsic value of every individual and their intrinsic rights. So, what this does, it completely puts all of the value into the hands of the people, the 99%, and it makes the ones that were controlling money in the old way, it makes them their money have no value, or anything that they have has no value. And also, if there is any rich good ones in that small portion, they have to become a part of GPMS, if you will. So there is no choice for them. What I wish to say, the evil game worldwide is over. This is what GPMS is. This is the most powerful God instrument. And what I need to say to quickly transition humans on earth, we are flipping the way that money was used. We are giving the control of the unlimited money to the people, because these limited evil had nefarious intent. It's because of their system worldwide. They created classes of people. They created poverty. No longer is this allowed by Father and Mother God. With what we're doing, all are to be equal, all race and creeds, no segregation, no separation, all together in worldwide community and abundance and working together. So this is all preordained again. When you look in your scriptures or what have you, you will see this time has been written about. And again, we are in this time. Nothing stops GPMS. Thank you. And everyone else, Mafuta, Gerald, please mute yourself if you are not speaking. The same as anyone else, when you are not speaking, please mute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a message also from Kabale Edward. His location is Kamuli, and he's saying that he may open a location, a physical location for Gpms.org to help the people to register with Gpms.org. Thank you so much for that, Wandera. I hope that you hear that a physical location for registration in Kamuli will be open. Thank you. And also, yes, do you like to say something, Wandera? No, your internet is good.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much.
No, Wandera, we cannot hear you, even that you are on mute, but we cannot hear you. It's the internet problem there.
Hello?
Yes,
Ambassador. Ambassador.
Okay, Stephen, right now you
Okay,
are
fine.
yes.
Yes, I have a question that goes to our dear Ambassador Wandera.
Yes.
It is a
Yeah, yes,
privilege.
definitely. That is okay. We shall look into it, and at least we can have a physical location, a physical where
Okay.
we can have our different people from Kamuli as for the fees for more assistance, and even those that would love to come to the point, to the physical location for registration. I will look into that with my team as well, so that we can have that physical
Location, okay. Wandera tried to reach on another device. Yes, Stephen.
Yes, yeah, Ricky, I want to thank you again. I'm sorry for being off for a while. The network was disturbing me, but I'm happy that I'm back. I want to appreciate your effort that you put in, mostly in us, in Africa, in general. This question goes to my ambassador, Mr. Wandera Regan. Mr. Wandera, I appreciate really the platform you've set for us. Mostly, as I said, for me, I was voiceless, but now I am happy and confident that our ambassador. So I will emphasize and I will speak on it. The physical meet is very important because as a region, we experience different challenges.
Yeah, more people are coming out asking
different
physical location.
challenges, and as Ginger, where I am, where my charity is.
Yeah, so the internet is the problem there in area.
Yeah.
Nobody can speak,
Definitely.
unfortunately.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sister, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. I've tried to change a device, and I think now I can be able to speak well. I will still address on my brother's concern of a fiscal meeting. As I said before, we are working on this, and I assure you it is going to happen. I'm working on this, and we are going to have a fiscal meeting, which will be absolutely very beautiful. And just be comfortable that your concern will be addressed, will be worked upon, and very soon from now we shall have a physical meeting, because this is always what I've been yearning for as well. Personally, I've always been yearning for a physical meeting and see that we can meet and feel that energy, that exchange of energy. So I want to assure you that we are going to have a physical meeting, and that will be honored, and I'm working on it. And since this has been my appeal, we even discussed this with Brother Rick about the physical meeting, and we agreed, and we shall have the physical meeting. However, we had to first complete this that we are having at the moment. Then later we can have the physical meeting. But I want to assure you we're going to have it very soon from now, and we shall be in place to meet. And then there is something I didn't attend to, which I was speaking, but my network was speaking about, but the network was poor, concerning someone whose side is from Kamuli and would want a physical location. And as well, I've already put it down here in my records. We are going to work on that as well to see how we can connect with one brother who is there, who would have a physical location that can be given out for people to always come and register their children, register themselves, and pick address and pick guidance, and even more information that will be picked, so that we can have that physical position or location that will be worked on. And my last comment was on what Brother Rick addressed. I wouldn't want to add more, but for some reasons, let me add something onto what Brother Rick addressed concerning money, concerning the rich and the poor. And there is something that all governments have tried to hide from the people's knowledge, not people to understand some of the questions. These are the questions that most governments in different countries, especially in the developed countries, have done and invested in a lot of money to keep people not aware of such questions, answers to such questions. The first question would be how money is printed, how money is saturated, how money is controlled. Those questions may look light, but those are heavy questions that much developed countries have invested in money to keep away the knowledge of people to understand answers to those questions. But this is an assignment that I would give to all of you and these other members of the alliance to go back and search about how money is created, who is responsible for creating the money that is supplied to your country. What are the rules that govern how much money is your country meant to have? What are the rules and regulations that govern the circulation of money in the world? Those are questions that many different countries have done their best to avoid people to understand. Because one, if people there understand how money is printed, how money is under the control of a few people, a few countries, a few developed countries that determine how much should be created, how much should be provided. These other poor countries being in the state of being poor, it is not by the will of the country. It's the will of the other countries that have the authority to control the circulation of money in the other countries. Because they have the authority to order the print out of more money that can be supplied in Uganda, and we may have no orphan that is suffering. But because they want to keep that away from the people to understand that there are different countries, there are different individuals that have the authority to control the saturation of money, to control the print out of money, then That is what you should all understand, and that is what all other big governments, governments from developed countries are fighting for people not to understand. Because if people there understand how money is saturated, how money is controlled, how money is printed, trust me, more people will raise up and say this is wrong. And this is what GPMS is trying to do, is trying to remove the control of print out of money from these few people that are creating the beneficiary for only a few people. This is a question that I will give to everyone. Do you think the money that is in the country, for example, Uganda, that is saturated in Uganda, is the only money that we are meant to have? Is it that money cannot be printed? More money cannot be printed? Do you think all those that are governing the printout of money cannot wake up one day and say, Uganda is suffering, let's print about 200 billion US dollars and give to Uganda so that we don't have any orphan suffering, we don't have anyone suffering in the country, but because they have their personal gains, that is why they cannot disclose this to you, that they are the only people that have the control of the printout of money. Money is a paper which was valued for exchange of something. So when you deeply do research and understand about the concept behind the money that you are holding, the money that the country is holding, then you will all raise up and say this is absolutely wrong. This is what GPMS came up with, and it is controlling this control that people have to control the saturation of money, and it is willing to bring this control to the people, the will of the people, to print unlimited money so that we don't have any more suffering. Because if about 5 countries that are in the control of money, we just wake up and say, let's print about $2,000 billion and put to Uganda, trust me, you will not see more people suffering. But the suffering is planned. As Brother Rick said, you are not in that state of poverty because it is of your will. It is because of other people's will that have the control of the money, the printout of the money and the saturation of the money. So it is what I want you to brainstorm on and understand, that it is not that money is not there, but the situation you are in has been created, just created. And it is the mindset that we are trying to change. So that is what I would want to address to everyone to understand what we are handling. Thank you.
I'd like to add to what Brother Wanderer said. And what I wish to speak about is all of Africa. And the reason why I wish to speak about all of Africa, Africa had the most valuable precious metals in the world. Africa was very rich, but what, if you will, the evil did was sent in miners to take all of your precious gold, your precious diamonds, your platinum, your palladium, to take all of this and take control of it and leave you impoverished so they could control Africa. So part of the divine plan again is it doesn't matter that you were robbed of all of your precious metals, including gold, because with GPMS, gold has no more value than just a keepsake, something pretty to look at. So what this does, GPMS, it gives the full intrinsic value to all of Africa, which means that no longer are any of you enslaved or in poverty as well once we get the majority voice collected and agree with the assignment of value rather than having it assigned on precious metals and resources. You assign it on yourself, your full value, which is unlimited. This is your intrinsic value, meaning that you have the choice on what you wish to have more valuable. You, a human life, or gold or silver or some other precious metal. And it's because of one's being tricked out of their worth and their intrinsic value and thinking that precious metals or something else was more valuable than a human life, then they were able to control you. and it went through everything, including your hospitals, as you're seeing today with many sick children there. When you go to a hospital, if you don't have money, you don't get paid attention to and you don't get healed, because even the hospitals are putting money above the value of a little child, which is absolutely sick and no longer acceptable. So it needs to be understood what occurred in overall Africa, that yes, you were robbed of all of your value. You could have been one of the richest if everything was just right. Africa could have been one of the most booming, richest areas on earth. However, everything was not correct. It was evil that was doing this. But what I'm saying, it no longer matters what the evil was doing, because we are reassigning value and worth to the individual. And when the majority agrees to this, everyone is in complete abundance. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, Wandera.
No, it is okay. I just wanted to thank brother for that additional information, which is absolutely very fine and beautiful.
Excellent. I'd just like to take, like, next door to Uganda, the Republic of Congo, if you will.
Yeah.
Much gold, much gold. Many individuals there have much gold. It's plenty. It's numerous. It's abundant there, but they are all poor because they're not allowed to ship it out of the country, and they're not allowed to sell it. So it keeps them poor. But again, with GPMS, they don't need this gold. They don't need to be poor. No one does worldwide any longer. But it's another example, not only in the Congo, Burkina Faso, Mali, it's prevalent all over Africa, South Africa. The natives, indigenous Africans can have and find this gold easy. But what occurs is the governments will not allow them to sell it, and in some cases not allow them to take it out of the country, and even confiscate and shut down any that are trying to make yourself better. But again, it doesn't matter. This is all part of what was occurring in the past. It doesn't matter because these precious metals are no longer as valuable as the individual. So there are many examples. And what I wish to say, I am totally, fully informed of everything that occurred on this planet with the nefarious evil intent and how they controlled humanity into suffering, poverty, and misery. And I had to know all of this for who I am so that we can bring in the Gpms.world plan for all of humanity.
I'm sorry, Rick. I'm sorry. Please unmute. It's because all the time somebody else unmute and they speak over us.
Thank you. It's perfect. Yeah. I said enough right now anyway for that. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, brother, for that update. And there is one thing that I would love to address as well to the entire public here. Yes, we've always been. This is the reason why I think as people, all of us should come together and unite, because at one moment we tried to trust maybe these global organizations, for example, UN, but it is unfortunate that some of these global organizations are not addressing our concerns globally. And instead, some of the officials within these global organizations are instead misusing the trust and the principles that are supposed to be followed, and use these global organizations for their personal interests and their country interests. For example, of Congo, you talked about many minerals in Congo. But I want to update you that there is some research that I got, which was concerning about UN as this global organization. You know, there is a principle that UN transportation means are not meant to. But this is information that is received that some of the UN transport means are the same means that are being used to transport minerals, valuable minerals from Congo, because for them they have a seal, and this seal they are not meant to take any UN, United Nations transport means. So they are using that to transport more of valuable minerals from Congo. So this brings to the notice that the trust we have given these global organizations no longer are working for us. So this gives a platform that as the people, we need to come together. Because it is us that can only create what we need. It is us that know what we need. So yes, we may trust them, but they are no longer moving by the principles that they started with. So it is better we as people come together with the power in our hands and change the world and even do what we think is meant to be done. So that is what I just wanted to share as well concerning these united organizations that we trusted at first, but they are not moving by their principles.
Well, this meeting has been quite lengthy. May I propose that we get into the presentation of the gift, and if everyone is ready for that in a moment, I'll begin the presentation for that. So is there any final quick questions before we begin that presentation? And once that presentation is done, we will close this meeting. So I suggest any messages or anything right now before we begin that. Thank you.
I think there are no more questions, brother. We can get to that. The presentation. I'm seeing messages of some of them saying they're having more challenges with internet, and some of them are running out of data. Maybe we can ship into the presentation as we proceed.
Yes, brother, thank you. And I request all to mute your microphones so that this is not interrupted. And then I will begin. Beatrice, if you can let me know when everyone's muted, then I will begin. Thank you. I'll wait for a moment.
Yeah, I was able to mute everyone.
All right, I'll begin. So first off, I am very pleased and grateful that a divine brother has stepped forward that is a member of GPMS to provide a gift for the 70 plus orphanages and the children that are part of the alliance with Gpms.world. We have a gift that we will be sending to Brother Wanderer to distribute equally on a per capita basis. It is small at this time. However, it is only the beginning. What we have is approximately 2,100 Canadian dollars that will be shared equally with all of the present GPMS members that Wanderer knows with your alliance and with all the orphanages that have shared that have joined Gpms.world. So at this time, there is approximately over 2,000. And what this does is, at least if there is, for example, an orphanage that has 30 children, 2 directors, then it gives them $32, which is very little. We know, however, it does provide a meal, and it's not about how big this is at this time. It is to be understood this is only the beginning to show that, yes, by all of you orphanages being vetted and part of a GPMS, that there is at least some support that is beginning to come. No matter how small it is, it has been initiated. So, having said this, it has been one divine brother that has donated most of this. There were 2 other small donations by individuals. However, it needs to be understood, when I put the request out on July 26th, I was looking for one sponsor to come in to put a gift of $2,100 for the orphanages at that time. And having said this, it was only several days ago where no one else had stepped forward when I had asked a divine brother, and he said, uh, well, he actually surprised me when I went and looked into the account. The money was there, and he said it's for the children as in the orphanages. So, what I wish to say is that we have this gift of $2,100. We will be transferring it to Brother Wanderer, and Brother Wanderer will equally distribute it to all of the orphanages that are currently part of the alliance, which I believe there are 70 or 75. So, again, the importance of us recording this meeting worldwide to show that we will present worldwide on the social media, to show that we are genuine, we are serious, but to also show our Ugandan brothers and sisters with GPMS are also genuine. So we are beginning to create the community and to cut the path, to create the pathway for other wealthy philanthropists to come in, if required, to temporarily support all of the charities in GPMS alliance with Uganda. Now, it needs to be understood that I, as a GPMS member, took this upon myself to request for someone that we could send a gift, meaning that this was not GPMS itself. It was I that assisted in it, the divine brother that donated, a couple other smaller donations from their heart came in, and also Beatrice at assisting with this as a GPMS member and hosting this meeting, and Sister Renata will assist in transferring the funds that are to be distributed. I cannot give you when these funds will be there, but it is a divine gift and a goodwill gesture, and to show the sincerity and the trust on both sides, from us to you and from you to us. So, with that, we are very grateful that we are able to at least provide something for the children. And hopefully, and praying and staying with God, that more wealthy philanthropists existing now will come in and assist at giving a little more support where you may need it. But again, I reiterate, these fundraisings and good gifts are not to be, we're not to be pressured by this to do this. It has to come divinely and organically, and it has to come from the free wills of others wanting to be part of this great community we're building and to support it. So with that, I am so grateful for the divine brother. I will not mention his name because, again, we know that we're not fully all in the light yet and that there are ill intent notions that are out there, and we do not wish for anyone to be bombarded with lots of pleas for assistance. The divine brother that did this, I cannot say his financial status. However, what I do feel from my knowing is that he is not what you would call rate wealthy that could send $1 million into to assist with this. So it is a goodwill gesture and show of support and trust on his side, and for all of us to be part of that. So I think I covered everything with that. So it's the beginning, and please don't have expectations that there will be more. However, we trust in God, and I believe it's only the beginning. But it's more important that we get the voice collected as soon as possible than no one upon the earth will ever need to ask another for monetary assistance again, for they will have more, everything and more than they ever needed. So it makes logical, common sense to get the majority voice collected worldwide as soon as possible. And it saves many lives the quicker we get this done. Thank you. Love, light, and gratitude to you all.
Thank you so much to our brother that practically is sharing the food among the people in Uganda. This is just amazing, and I never believed that it's coming from Canada, but yes, it's coming from Canada, and his name will be here in the future for sure. So right now we are just to the beginning of this small help, and we really hope that much more it's coming. And also we have a date of November 15, 2024, when practically the people can rise on the fifth dimension as globally, on the fifth dimension of consciousness. Then from there, GPMS may start anytime. Rick, if you'd like to speak a little bit about, because this is a very, very important date for Gpms.world. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Beatrice. What I have been given from God, Prime Creator, is that it is very possible that by November 15th of this year, 2024, that we will have the majority consent. But it needs to be understood that this is possible. Father Prime Creator is not saying that it is going to occur, but what he is saying is that it's very, very possible. Now, when we look at what we have so far registered with Gpms.world, it's about 230 or 210,000 consents, which ones would look at that and say it's very small when we require perhaps around 4 billion consents to have it fully ratified and implement GPMS. But what I need to say again, all must keep your faith in miracles and know that it can happen, but not only miraculously can it happen, because GPMS is being done physically upon the earth now, that with that, it is also very reasonable to believe and to support that GPMS can go viral at any moment around the world. And if this was to go viral, it could mean right from now that GPMS could be done in 1 month. Now, what everyone also needs to understand, what is occurring at the same time that the divine vehicle of GPMS is collecting the majority voice, that the old world is destructing. And I like to take the US, America, if you will, which was one of the richest, comfortable countries in the world. Right at this time, most in America are being squeezed and brought, if you will, to their knees. And what this means is that, as an example, ones need to make a choice. No longer can they support this old world. It is the same in the UK. It is the same worldwide, with many natural disasters occurring, that many are losing the little and everything that they have that cannot be replaced. So all of this is occurring simultaneously, the destruction of the old as the new is being created. And at any point in the blink of an eye, GPMS can go viral. So, having said this, even though it's less than 2 months away, what is possible, it still can also logically occur when we have the internet worldwide and things go viral. And when it does, it happens. And what I need to say, it is inevitable that GPMS does occur because it is God's will. It is the providence. It is the deliverance of that covenant from long ago. And it has been written that the law of God would be planted upon earth securely, and that humanity would not suffer again. And we are in this great time where that's being fulfilled, but it needs to be fulfilled with the agreement of humans in the physical, so it's established worldwide and that it's done. So it's very important to know why it's also being done this way. And with that, every child's vote worldwide counts. Every adult's vote, consent, counts worldwide to get this done. And rightfully so, every child, for the first time ever in the history upon this planet, have a say in their future, and they have a vote, and it is counted, it is recognized, and it has as much value as yours and mine, because a child's vote is equally important and valid. They are a soul, the same as all of us. So thank you with that.
If someone from the meeting wants to add something, because we are almost to 2 hours meeting, so it was a little bit longer.
I just want to say something slightly. It may not be a question, but as well, it is my gratitude that I want to extend to Brother Rick, to you, Sister Beatrice, to brother from Canada as well, who is in USA, that we are having in the meeting, to entire alliance, for being together so that we can have this meeting. But in the same way, I want to thank that divine brother, divine anonymous brother, that has been able to donate that much for us, all of us, and to see that we can have something extended to the little kids, to the little children, as an appreciation, to appreciate them for contributing to this world. To me personally, yes, it is a gift to the children, to the organizations, but as well, I'm taking it more in a line that it is an appreciation to the young kids, to the children that we are all taking care of, to appreciate them for adding their voice, adding their contribution to the to creating the world. So I honestly, for having that kind heart to extend to those that are in need. It's not that everyone do that. That is something actually done by someone who is wholeheartedly to donate that much for all the children to have at least something extended to them. So it is very good, and brother Eric, thank you so much for that continuous support, contribution to call members to extend something to this alliance. Say, as he said, this is just the beginning, and everything has the beginning. At first, when he put up the post, I think it was only about 300 Canadian dollars that were collected, but we never lost hope.
Yes, Rick. Wanderer internet is lost.
Yeah, Brother Wanderer, yeah, your internet cut out, and thank you so much for that. And I also wish to make it very clear that this gift,
just out of a blue, we had some donated for that. No expectations, but have trust. It can happen if.
Yes.
Thank you, Brother Wonder. Thank you, Beatrice. Yes, and we wish to make it very clear that this gift is to go for a meal for the children, not for school supplies, not for something else. This money, this gift is to be oriented for a meal for the children and all of the directors that are part of the existing um, GPMS Uganda Alliance of Orphanages. So this is for the children. Thank you for reminding me of that, brother. Yes, to make it very clear, this is not money to pay for rent or other things. This is specifically for the children and the directors, a meal from our brother. Thank you.
Just shortly, I want to add something, brother. If you don't mind, to me, I as well want to request our dear members of Charity Alliance, those that are going to receive this please want to share memories you can at least show that is provided them. This is not commodities, and at least have something to share, to enjoy with the kids of all your orphanages. So at least we can have that. At least sharing the smells of the children when they are having the gifts being received to them, and the meal that they are receiving. It is not conditional, but it is a request. It would make sense, and it will give us a pleasure and make us very happy to see our GPMS children enjoying a meal that has been provided as a gift. So it is my appeal to those that are going to receive the donation to make more sense, and it would give us, that energy. Yeah, that's all.
So if someone wants to add something, if not, I have to close the meeting.
So with that, thank you, Brother Wanderer. Your internet was shaky, but I believe you just reiterated what we have said to all. And so with that, Sister Beatrice, our beautiful host, is going to end the meeting. And I wish to thank Beatrice and all GPMS members on this side that's been involved, and equally all GPMS Uganda members as well. So with that, love, light, and gratitude, and walk in the grace of God.
Thank you so much for this meeting, to everyone that is here today, and everyone that will see this video and will share the video. Thank you so much also to Rick Wandera that are here today to share everything about Gpms.world and about the gift. And also thank you so much to our Canadian brother that sent this gift to the children. And let's move forward Gpms.org, and let's to be our reality. So we just will see each other as soon as possible. Thank you so much and have a great day.
All right, have a great day all. Thank you all for being here.